Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
I don't think anybody's a fan of the heat and humidity, but with the showers today, it kind of backed off the temperatures. It was kind of nice.
It really did, yeah, really cooled things off nicely here for the afternoon hours. We're going to likely see repeat performances going forward here the rest of the week. We're kind of stuck in a pattern. It's not necessarily a bad pattern.
No,
not at all.
Not at all.
Could be much, much hotter, we know that, and it could be much, much soggier than what we are currently seeing. But bottom line, keep the rain gear handy. You're going to need it from time to time, but no day necessarily looks like it's going to be a washout through the weekend. As I mentioned, the rain activity that we have out there right now, that's rapidly going to move out here in the next hour or so, where we have it across the northwest corner of the state. So by tomorrow morning, we're looking at a likely dry start to the day. Now, as we take you past midday into the afternoon hours, here we go. Rain chances start picking back up, so there will be some scattered wet weather again for your Wednesday afternoon. Should see a bit of a decrease in that tomorrow evening, but the change is on Thursday. Notice we do keep at least a little isolated to scattered wet weather going throughout the day Thursday. And I'm going to show you a future radar. We may have some rain Thursday morning for parts of the area, and there could be some more through the afternoon. It won't be continuous, though. There will be some breaks in between. But again, going to be stuck with this unsettled pattern for the next few days, so expect daily rounds of showers and storms. May not necessarily rain in your backyard every single day, but there will be something to be found across North Alabama through the end of the week. Over into the weekend, the rain chances, they're down a little bit. They're not out. So at this point, wouldn't change your outdoor plans for Saturday, Sunday, but just be aware that there will be some continued wet weather out there popping up, mainly during the heat of the afternoon. All right, here's what we've got going on right now on 31 Triple Doppler. And again, the wet weather continues to wind down. Still some spots of light showers, mostly here in the northwest corner of the state. Even earlier, at the beginning of the newscast, we still had a couple lightning strikes showing up, parts of Limestone into Giles County, there's southern middle Tennessee. That's kind of fallen by the wayside. So again, this is on the way out, and as we take you into tomorrow morning, should be a quiet start to the day. Future radar showing that that wet weather indeed will disappear, waking up tomorrow to some sunshine in many parts of the Tennessee Valley. So we take you through the afternoon hours. Here we go, starting around lunchtime. Notice some showers starting to develop back out here towards the shoals, and then we'll likely see an eastward progression of rain activity through tomorrow afternoon. I'll stop this around 2:30, 3 o'clock. Might have some isolated wet weather over here into Sand Mountain, maybe a little bit more concentrated near that I-65 corridor. And then that's not the end of it. Heading into tomorrow evening, perhaps another wave that'll come in from Mississippi into the northwest corner of the state. That will gradually dissipate as we head through tomorrow evening. We head into Thursday morning, and here's what I'm talking about. Data continues to suggest early in the day Thursday, there may be a little patch of some wet weather that does impact parts of North Alabama, and then there'll be some additional shower and thunderstorm activity as expected during the afternoon heating Thursday afternoon. So again, we're going to be in and out of the wet weather. We're just not going to see anything completely shut down the rain chances anytime soon. At the same time, not a big severe weather threat, but you know, the summertime storms, they can pack a bit of a punch at times, and what we've seen here so far this week is what we'll continue to have in the strongest storms. That includes heavy rainfall, maybe some localized flooding, nothing that would be on a widespread scale across the area. Wind gusts 30, 40 miles per hour will be possible in the strongest storms, and they'll also produce quite a bit of lightning as well in some instances. All right, these are your numbers overnight tonight. We fall back low, mid-70s. About where we are now. We're not going to change a whole lot temperature-wise tonight. It stays muggy as well. We stay in the 70s through the 8 o'clock drive tomorrow. 10 o'clock temperature pushing into the low 80s, upper 80s, and probably some low 90s outside of any rain tomorrow. And you do see the chances for showers and thunderstorms mostly focused during that afternoon time frame. About 91 for Huntsville, close to 90 in Decatur. We'll go 86 Fayetteville, 88 Muscle Shoals tomorrow. And near that 90-degree mark if you ever hear Scottsboro, Fort Payne, Guntersville, Albertville area, although we may stay just back a couple degrees there in the upper 80s. Here's your Wake 31 Storm Tracker 10-day forecast. Again, keep the rain gear handy. We'll be dealing with scattered wet weather just about every afternoon through the rest of the week. Tracking some more of that over the weekend, although perhaps a little bit lower coverage. Temperatures, you know, we can't complain. We're basically at the peak of summer heat around here, and we're still talking numbers right around the 90-degree mark through the weekend and throughout much of next week as well. We will keep some isolated wet weather going pretty well every day next week as well, but Those rain chances down a little bit more beyond the weekend, only around 20% from day to day throughout most of next week.
Now we're getting those used to those mid-90s as far as highs. So backing off there,
Yeah.
I think we're okay.
Yeah, not a week or so before the 4th of July, we had, some upper 90s in
Yeah.
here. So at least they're not returning, at least not for now.
Love it. Thanks, Jeff.